Hi guys, this is Jason with Good Pay. Thanks for checking in. I sent out a update for August to all of the advisors and mentors and VCs and other interested parties, people who give me good feedback for Good Pay and just I think would enjoy reading the progress that I've made and what I have to work on here in the near future. So yeah, I sent that out via email, and I was really happy with the response. And I thought, well, I'll give you guys an update via video as well. So the first thing that I covered in the update was our MVP strategy, and this is something that I've been working pretty heavily on for the last few months. The initial approach for me was working with these white labels because I don't have a technical background. The white label seems to have the solution that I need. So yeah, I started talking to white labels, and they have solutions that cost anywhere from 50 to 100,000. You get the whole e-wallet or mobile payment app that you start putting out in your market and working with, right? So I go to the advisors, I say, well, yeah, this is the way I would like to launch it. And they're a little skeptical, and they also think that VCs want to deal with companies that own all their own IP, right? So that kind of means building from scratch. So they're like, go talk to some vendors, see how much that's going to cost going to vendors. So I go talk to some vendors, have some discussions, and again, I'm it's the build is from 50 to 100. Maybe I can get 35,000 for like an initial MVP out, and then. Yeah, I like that idea. I go to back to the advisor, say, oh yeah, I found vendors and this is how much it'll cost. And they're like, well, yeah, but you're gonna waste 2, 3, 4 months for this to come out, and there may still be a ton of problems. And what happens is you went to the vendor, you got it all built, you put it out in the market, and it just doesn't stick, right? The market doesn't get it, or you need to do some tweaks. Well, you have to put in work orders for those tweaks, and those are gonna take time and money and not be very efficient, opposed to if you were doing this in-house. So they're like, okay, you need to find technical co-founder. I'm like, oh wow, okay. So I went from white label to vendors to technical co-founder. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I start on that journey, and I'm looking for a technical co-founder. But I've talked to a lot of software engineers, and one person in particular that I've been speaking with has had some great ideas and has definitely kind of looked at this from the lean startup methodology. And I like that because I think it gets us to market and it gets us testing, and we're only going to go the right direction with that methodology. So in those discussions with him, which have been amazing, he's basically saying, let's go all the way back to the very most corest basic way we could build this concept. And that goes all the way back to a semi-closed loop gift card solution. So basically you would load up the card online or something, connect your bank to the card, and then you can go to vendors and spend the money, right? But the problem is the vendors don't really have a way to accept that. And part of our solution is providing less friction at checkout at retailers. It should be a more enjoyable experience. And whipping out the very thing I'm trying to get away from is cards. I think cards are archaic, and we have the technology, and we live in a society we should be doing better than that, than credit cards and debit cards. So it was kind of a high hurdle that just showed us okay, the next step is digital, and if we just make an MVP that just simply enables you to pay with merchants and exchange money between people that have the app, P2P, also known as, then that's the chorus function. And let's try to just release something in just that chorus function and see how that sticks. So that's kind of where we're at. We've got a path, and there's tons of work to be done, but it's a pretty quick path. Maybe we can get there in a month and a half to 2 months and get it out in the market locally in Sacramento. So I'm really excited about that because that's a lot further than where I've been, which has just been kind of all these discussions with white labels and vendors, but not really jumping the gun and going all in. And I'm glad I didn't, because I'd be locked into a $50,000 to $100,000 build when maybe we can spend next to nothing, get it out in the market, and just see what's working and see what's not working, and start tweaking, and build, measure, learn, and build, measure, learn until we kind of get to the point where the app is built out a bit and ready for a real launch. So yeah, that's what it is. The second update I gave was the team, which of course I was given the advice, go find technical co-founder, and I'm in that search. I have some pots brewing, and I'm really enjoying the process, just embracing it. And yeah, I mean, I've had amazing discussions with software engineers. There's some they're always kind of talking over me because I just don't understand that language, I guess, or I'm new to it. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been a great learning process. And that's about it. That's what I'm working on. That's my update for August. All right, cool. Thanks.